At AB InBev, we always dream big. It's our culture and our heritage. But more than that, it's our future. A future where we always look forward, always serve up new ways to meet life's moments. A future where we keep dreaming bigger. To provide opportunity for our people, lift up our neighbors, and make a meaningful impact in the world. A future that everyone can celebrate and everyone can share. A future with more cheers.
Everybody, welcome to the live stream and into the world of ABInBev. My name is Danish, and what a cool office you guys have. It's unbelievable. We have Kritika. Is this just for today? Is it like a setup, or is this your everyday office?
Well, we didn't do it for you, so it's every day for us.
How much fun is that? Now, I know a lot of people are joining us on the stream. Have people started coming in?
Oh yeah, a lot of people are already there. Are you from any of these colleges?
IIT, IIM, no. I do not have the intelligence to make it in there even now, and I'm 35. I still continue to fail at it. Clearly, you had the intelligence. That's why you went to one of those and then made it here. Please tell us about your journey, Kritika.
Hi everyone, I'm Kritika. I lead talent attraction and management at ABI. 3 years ago, I was in your shoes when I was doing my MBA from XLRI. That's when ABI identified me as a summer intern, and then onwards the journey has been amazing. What about you, Danish?
Well, clearly I work with a cricket team. I get my checks from them, but then I come on streams like this and tell people to join ABInBev. Yeah, I'm a smart man. That's about it. Now I'll tell you, but you have to be smarter because you need to participate in the 100 plus challenge. 100 plus challenge is basically we'll all be drinking 100 plus Coronas and trying to have a serious conversation with a straight face.
Danish, we are all about responsible drinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, before that you need to know about who ABInBev is.
Oh, yes,
so,
of course.
We are the world's largest brewer, and our history is rooted 600 plus years ago. We are home to 500 plus iconic brands, and some of you can already see Budweiser, Corona, Hoegaarden, you name it and we make it.
Yeah.
This session is all about deep diving into the world of ABInBev.
Yeah.
And we have some amazing guests coming in talking about what is 100 plus, what do you need to do to ace this challenge, and we'll just get started.
Tanvi, please tell people what you do because you love people and people is your thing.
Thank you so much, Danish. Firstly, I just wanted to say I'm a great fan of your content.
Thank you.
And hello to everyone. I'm Tanvi Rohatgi. I take care of the people function at ABInBev India. I have been at this dynamic organization for the last 4 years. Prior to joining ABInBev, I started my career with consulting, startups, so I did it all before I landed at INSEAD to do my MBA. And for the last 4 years, I have worked across multiple functions and learned a lot. And I'm really looking forward to talking about this 100 plus challenge.
It's amazing you spoke about being in consulting and then now you're here. Is this an organization where anybody can come from anywhere and just turn into anything?
No, that's a wonderful question, Danish. And I'm so happy that I landed at this company. Our company is about principles, and one of the most important principles we talk about is dream big.
Wow.
And being bold, curious, ambitious is literally what we do day in and day out. If I talk about my own journey here, I never dreamt of doing so many things ever. Like for example, I was involved in turning around the P&L, and then I am heading a function that I never worked in. So it's so amazing learning everything day in and day out new. And in fact, that's what our philosophy is. We don't straitjacket people into what we think they know. In fact, we give the most tough, most challenging problems to people who dream the biggest and most ambitiously. And none of these decisions are based on their tenure, their experience, but purely betting on our talent. And as you said, I love people. And my primary job is to build diverse teams here. But in fact, if you walk around the office, you will see the diversity doesn't end here. If you go, in fact, to our breweries, our sales offices, we have a lot of diverse talent there too. One of our breweries in Maharashtra, it has 50-50 gender ratio on shop floor. So we really, really live these principles day in and day out.
But when they actually go into solving this challenge that we have, what would your advice be for them to get the right team together? Because this is not an individual thing, right? So how do they get a good team together?
What you will in fact see in our company here is that we are actually a group of very diverse people. And I think what they should also do to be able to do justice to this competition is bring together people who think differently, who can challenge your thoughts, and that's how you can bring the best ideas on the table. And
how does it work, Tanvi? Like, is there a case or an example that you can give us where a challenge was given, say 4 students solved it, and then all of them got into the ABI system? Is there an example of that nature?
I think I can add on to it. There's something that we did in 2019. It was called the Bud Challenge, which was very popular, and some of you may have heard it from your seniors. That's where we invited everyone to solve 3 key business problems with us. All the students got the chance to sit in pre-placement interviews for our top talent programs, and many of them obviously ended up joining ABInBev. So I think that's something that we have integrated as a part of the 100+ challenge. Tanvi is our mastermind behind all the talent programs that we form here. And the key offering has always been fast-track growth when somebody joins ABInBev. So we have done this before, we are relaunching it again, and we are very excited to have some amazing submissions this time as well.
I'm not the mastermind, it was the group work. It was brilliant.
No, it looks like a lot of people have come together to make this happen. Tanvi, now let's assume that a team of 24-year-olds cracks this challenge, and they come up with solutions that none of you have thought about.
I'm looking forward to it.
My question to you is there an ego then to turn around and say, how can this kid give me an insight that I didn't think of? Or how do you all imply it? Because sometimes, being in leadership positions, is it hard to take feedback, or is it hard to think or get a solution that you haven't thought of?
Oh, wonderful. You should ask Kritika how often, at least 5 times a day, she challenges me. And
really?
I love it. And that's the sort of people we bring together.
And you're okay with it, no problem?
Not okay, we want it.
Oh wow,
because
lovely.
We don't know it all.
Right.
And that's why this case competition, Danish, is just not for the heck of it.
Right.
We are actually looking for some great ideas to come our way. Just to extend, right, we have interns join us through our internship program. And you would be amazed to hear that the entire leadership team has like a list of 20 problems that they really want to solve, but they are not able to solve because they don't have the time.
Wow.
And when these interns and these fresh minds come, we give it off to them. And then the best solutions actually see the light of the day. A lot of the innovations that you see, a lot of our new brands that you see, the innovations on product launches are a result of these provocations and challenges. So it's not okay, just to let you know, it's what we need.
Lovely.
Thank you so much, Tanvi, for giving the students the chance to be a part of this challenge. I'm sure they are all looking forward to finally coming to our office that everyone has been talking about and smashing it out of the park.
Thank you so much, Kritika, and thank you so much, Danish. Really looking forward to all the students coming up with great ideas.
Hi, please introduce yourself.
Hello, good evening everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. My name is Vineet Sharma. I lead the marketing and the trade marketing vertical for ABInBev. I've had the privilege to be associated with this amazing organization for the last 7 years. I've handled multiple roles in the field of marketing and trade marketing. Joined the company in 2016 to lead the amazing brand Budweiser. Got a very amazing opportunity to see the growth of the brand from one of a very small brand in India to one of the pioneer brands in the beer industry today. And yeah, I'm excited to be here with you all. And I'm very excited about this challenge in particular. This challenge is a big step that we are taking in ABInBev to reach out to all of you. I think it's a great opportunity for not only for us to hear some amazing ideas from you, but at the same point of time, it's a big opportunity for you because your idea could be the one that we were waiting for. So yeah, good luck to everyone.
So you've spoken about your journey. You've also spoken about what you do here. Were you a hurdles champion when you were in school? Because it clearly looks like being in marketing in the ABInBev industry, you're constantly jumping over hurdles.
No, absolutely. That's a very interesting way to put it. I think ABInBev industry in India from a marketing perspective is challenging, as you rightly said. But at the same point of time, we love challenges in ABInBev. Of course, India is a big growth market for us. We see a lot of love for our brands. Budweiser, Corona, Hoegaarden, we see a lot of love. But at the same point of time, I believe we are building a great team, as I said, who loves challenges, but at the same point of time, understands the law of the land and works in tandem with that to create some amazing products and create some amazing campaigns around our brands.
Vineet, so being the marketing head and talking specifically about the 100 Plus challenge, what did you think when you were figuring out the most pressing problem that we are giving to the students today to solve as a part of the 100 Plus challenge? And what do you think are some of the things that the students should keep in mind definitely to ace this challenge?
No, absolutely. I think we had a lot of sleepless nights to create such amazing challenge. But I must say we've got an amazing problem with us. Very pertinent to us in ABInBev, we're looking for growth solutions and our brands are a force for good and force for growth of the business. And we're looking for true innovative solutions that we will actually want to deploy in our business. These are not some side projects that we're asking the campus or each one of you to do it. These are real business problems. And I think when we looked at India, India is a land filled with a lot of opportunities. A lot of new brands are going up. And we believe India is still unearthed in terms of a lot of new things that consumers have yet to see. So this problem will be all about talking about an amazing brand. It could be in the field of beer, it could be field in non-alcoholic, could be field of spirits, but that uses local ingredients. And I believe as a big communities that get impacted with use of these ingredients, any product that helps solve consumer need, any product that helps our communities is what we're looking for.
Now again, when somebody takes up this 100 Plus challenge, right, somebody would have a particular area of expertise or interest. Somebody else might have something else. How do they all come together?
No, and that's the beauty of the problem, and we were very cautious of exact fact when we were drafting the problem that it should talk to everyone. And we are talking about, and we say that creating a brand or a business takes a village to do that. It is not only the brand or the marketing people in the room, it involves involvement of the finance people to create an amazing business case on why we should sell this brand. It also needs a lot of involvement of the sales teams. Where do we sell this brand? How do we sell this brand? What are the distribution levers we will employ? It involves a lot of involvement of the procurement team, especially the project that we are doing today, which is all about sustainability. Where do we source the products? Who do we source these products from, and how sustainably we do that? Also supply team, where we manufacture the product. Is it the right place to do? Do we make money out of that facility? And at the same point of time, logistics teams will help us to make sure we supply the product in the most cheapest way, in the most efficient way, in the most fastest way. So I think it's there for everyone, every function. The tech analytics, there's a lot of data that is up there. Can we use technology to solve some business problems? So I think it's everything. It's an all-encompassing problem. That's the beauty of this problem.
Safe to say they should catch up over a can of Budweiser to solve this challenge?
Absolutely. Not just Budweiser. We have a foray of beverages now. If you love non-alcoholic, we love Budweiser Beats. And we have multiple other alcoholic beverages as well.
But it seems like the problem seems to be a good mix of sustainability, marketing and a technological intervention. So I think all the top students who have joined us today are going to be quite pumped about solving this challenge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I wish someone had given me this problem when I was graduating. It seems, such a deja vu, because sometimes I was at the other side of the camera, seeing some amazing problems being shared by some illustrious companies. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. I think it is a great challenge. But yes, not only the 3 functions you called out. I think even if you are enthusiastic about sales, if you're enthusiastic about finance, if you're enthusiastic about procurement, I think this is a problem you will love. And how? Because here we're looking for making a complete business and not just a marketing problem. But yeah, it's a great to be here, and good luck to everyone who's watching this.
Thank you.
All right.
Ashwin, I know you had procurement. What are you trying to procure through this challenge that you've set?
Very, very interesting question. The interesting thing about this challenge, and it's been that it's not very unidimensional in many ways. So it's actually covering different problem statement, different problem areas. Like it's looking at what to talk to the consumer about. It's looking at what to put into the product. It's also looking at how to brew the product. It's looking at the business case that goes behind it. So from that perspective, it's a very multi-dimensional challenge. And for me, while we were all working together on this, the interesting part was we were also looking at locally sourcing ingredients.
Right.
So those were interesting aspects of how this brand and product would eventually come out ground up for us.
I mean, there's so much chatter about organic farming, and sort of that is the backbone of our country. So does this challenge also focus on how the crop that is there and where it's sourced from, how it can be sourced? Does it also focus on things like that?
Yes. So few of the things that we want the students who are working on this challenge to focus on, one of course is locally sourced ingredients. But when you look at locally sourced ingredients, you're also looking at farmers.
Right.
So you're looking at how to improve the livelihood of the farmers.
Wow.
You're also looking at how do you ensure that the soil remains consistent. You're looking at environment and the positive and negative effect of creating any product which comes out of that. So how do you minimize the negative effect? How do you ensure the positive effect goes up? So that way also, when you look at it from a sustainability perspective, it's not just finding material here and there, but it's finding the most responsible way to source this, and it's also finding the best way to ensure that the people who are growing it also benefit out of it.
So you quite vividly talked about how a positive impact we can create on the environment and communities through this challenge. But just like any other student who has joined the call, if I'm a student, right, why should I be so focused on sustainability, and how does it make a difference in my life or in the life of people at ABInBev or for us as an organization?
The most important thing for us, and we in ABI also talk about this, we say sustainability is not just part of our business, but it is our business.
Lovely.
So there's a very fine differentiation between the two, where we say we are embedding sustainability not just in our own operations. For example, when you look at this office where we are, we've tried to embed many different elements of not just bringing this office up in a very lively manner, but also in a very sustainable manner. Like you open up the facade, right? What does it do? It conserves energy. It brings in more natural light. You look at what kind of cups you're using, what is the recycled content in it, and that sort of starts reflecting in how we are running our business, how we are operating our breweries. So those kind of elements about how you embed sustainability starts becoming very important. And again, now sustainability is no longer just a buzzword. We do not do sustainability as a PR stunt.
No, it is a real thing.
A positive reputation could as well be a very good outcome of what you are doing, but that can never be the final intent of it. So that's essentially why and how we are looking at it.
What I appreciate is also the humility with the fact that even though you have an idea that's so well charted out, you're still asking people to send in newer ideas. Do you believe that there's something that you haven't thought of where you could have a fresher perspective?
Absolutely. I think when we launched our own sustainability goals back in 2018 after a carbon baselining, we had such a large landscape of problems to solve. One of the first things we said when we communicated our sustainability commitment and intent for 2025 was, here are the set of problems, we don't have all of the solutions.
Wow.
Now, who is the expert out there who can help work with us and solve this problem, not just for us, but in many cases for the larger industry also we are working in. So that's very important. That's where you see us working with a lot of other NGOs, a lot of other startup partners. And that's what I would also love to see the students who are working on this project.
You can talk to them directly.
Yes, also to think beyond just what ABI itself is doing within our own ecosystem, but more importantly, how there are experts out there we can work with who can help us solve this larger problem.
All right. So would you like to just wish the students all the best?
Yes, in fact, I've been in your position 13 years back when I was coming out of my college in Goa Institute of Management, and I would have loved to have such a kind of a very practical problem to solve. And now that you have this practical, multi-dimensional problem to solve, I would say think out of the box, don't think of traditional solutions, be humble and have that humility as you were talking about right now, to think of transformational ideas also, and that can only come from having a base level of humility. So those would be my few nuggets or tips for the students working on this challenge.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, please introduce yourself.
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Kashish. I'm the Director for Tech and Analytics at ABInBev India. It's very excited to be here in this forum of 100 plus case challenge. This is one of the things we truly believe in because we want to create this company for 100 years and beyond. And for that, we're always very hungry to open gaps for ourselves, plug those gaps, create value for the organization. And yeah, looking forward to speaking to all of you.
Okay, so what's your journey at ABInBev been like?
So I've been here for almost 3 years now, 3 action-packed years. Before joining ABI, I was in tech consulting space, and I was naturally working with a lot of companies outside India, primarily into retail operations. One thing which unlocked for me from that experience was that there was very sizable growth in APAC, right? That is exactly what led me to look at B schools in APAC region. And eventually I packed my bags, learned a bit of Chinese, went to China for my MBA, which is very unusual for Indians, right? Because Indians are not known to go to China for their MBA. So it was a big bet I took on myself, new environment, big language barrier, did that entire transition into a new country. Post that, when I was there, naturally a lot of companies come to the campus. ABI was one of them. I got to know about the company. I was always used to being on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
But now here the experience, the difference, the expectations were like very different from my previous experience. So I finished my internship with the challenge I had set for myself. I like to think I delivered it. After that, I came back, did my exchange at ESA. Fortunately got the return offer from ABI, joined the company. But the very first question I had asked my VP was, whatever I worked on, was I able to land an impact, A, and B, the solution I had created, did the company actually use it? Because that was something important for me, just to understand whether if you're a true owner here in this company and you try to do something and you land an impact, is that contributing to the success of the organization or not?
Right.
So his positive response was the only thing which I needed to hear in terms of being convinced that this is the right company to join. So I joined in July 2020. The first 18 months I was front-ending a divestment. So that basically tells everyone that the kind of challenges the company throws at young talents, right?
And also the belief, right? To like just give you this responsibility and say, take it head on and just make sure you do this to its best.
Exactly, with no experience in divestment before, right? $11 billion divestment because we had sold off our Australia business to a competitor. So I was thrown right in the mix that now you have to start managing a competitor with no prior experience in ABI. So it was a very funny relationship where ABI was providing services to our competitor. And you had to tread very carefully because every single conversation, whatever data you're sharing, it was all sensitive, right? And you're no longer the same company. So I did that for the first 18 months, delivered the project. Then early 2022, I joined the BU India as the Director for Tech and Analytics. Here, I think it's been, again, coming from a non-commercial project to a commercial side of things, it's been a very contrasting journey, very enriching and energizing with the people around me. Primarily, the focus has been to transform the way we work here in the BU because we want to really leverage technology, leverage digital transformation to see how we can start enhancing our relationships with both our consumers and our customers, and then take that relationship to the next level, right?
I think from the time you've started, I think you've made about 6 pivots in your career already.
More or less, yes. More or less, yes. And that's exactly what I would imagine everyone goes through in ABI because you are thrown a very unique and complex challenge. You get the relevant people together, you problem solve, and then you move on to the next one. And that's what is exciting about ABI because it never stops. Right. You keep on learning, keep on collaborating with new people, keep on getting those experiences which sort of shape your career and your identity in the business.
Now, let's assume there's a student who's watching this and has no insight into the industry, right? How does the student acquire at least a sort of basic foot in the door to be able to understand and then be a part of this 100 plus challenge?
I think my advice again to the students would be to first of all start understanding how the industry operates in a very volatile regulatory environment in India. Because people can always come up with solutions, but they may not be applicable, especially in India, because there are certain regulations which are in place, right? So you have to understand that element first. Then you have to understand in terms of how the industry operates, what are the different players in the market doing. And it's very much visible because if you go from a consumer mindset standpoint, right? If you go to social media, if you go to any of these tools, be it on Instagram, on Facebook, you can always see campaigns they are running, how they are capturing that consumer data, what they are doing with that consumer data. If you go to the market, you can understand how these organizations and our competitors in particular are using RTM tools just to sort of reach to the end customer, end distributor, because that is very enriched data these companies are capturing, and basis that they're doing analytics on top of it. So they're always ahead of the curve just to understand, okay, can I forecast an accurate demand in the market which I can capitalize on in specific cities, in specific regions, how they are deploying these technologies across India, across different states to capitalize.
Wow, that was an insightful session with some really young leaders, and we are looking for more young leaders to be a part of the ABInBev world. Once again, Kartika, what is the 100 plus challenge?
Alright, so to summarize for everyone, as a part of the 100 plus challenge, you have to create a new brand for ABInBev from scratch.
And this can be anything. Now, alcoholic beverages, non-alcoholic beverages.
Or even beer.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything.
Yep.
Okay, so for those watching, just to clarify, beverages, beer, bear, all mean the same thing.
Yeah, true that. So the idea is that you create this new brand, basically utilizing the local ingredients available in India, so that it ends up creating a positive impact on the environment and communities at large.
Lovely. And let's assume that Ramesh and Sarita, two students from College X, finish this challenge. What do they get in return?
Oh, they get quite a few things.
Okay, what is it? Like, do they get music CDs and keychains? Do they get crates of beer?
Bottle opener?
Bottle openers? Do they get tickets to a concert? Do they get to go and see the English Premier League? What do they get?
I like the sound of that. Well, to summarize, and a lot of leaders talked about, first you get the opportunity to come and present in our office on 29th of August as a part of the grand finale.
Lovely.
You get rewards up to 10 lakh rupees.
What are you saying?
Yep.
Like rewards as in really like 10 lakh rupees worth of cash?
Cash coming in your way.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yes. You get a pre-placement interview offer to be a part of one of our talent programs.
Okay.
Yes. And also you get...
But only one guy or three guys or two people, or depending on the group?
Well, depending on the group's performance, the individual's performance. And most importantly, you actually get to be a part of ABI sponsored events as well.
Oh wow. Like, for example? Any big concert or anything?
Like Lollapalooza.
Oh wow. Lovely. So I guess that's enough rewards that you can win for yourself. More importantly, it's the recognition and it's the feeling of doing something special. Now, if you're not inspired with all of this, we have more inspiration for you. We're going to be speaking to some of your seniors, some of the alumni who've been in your place and have made it really big in the ABInBev world. So let's go ahead and welcome them.
All right, so we have your alums sitting here with us. These are our proud culture ambassadors and started their journey with ABInBev. So I'm sure they have a lot to share with you, especially in terms of how to ace the 100 plus challenge. Over to you guys to introduce yourself.
Yeah, we'll first start with the lady here, please.
Amazing. Hi everyone, I'm Vamika. I studied economics at Hindu College, so hi to everyone who's sitting there right now. And I joined ABInBev right out of college. It's been 2 years since and no looking back.
Awesome. Let's get on with you then.
Hi, I am Amit. I joined ABInBev back in 2018 after graduating from IIM Lucknow. Over the last 5 years, it has been an amazing journey. I got an interesting stint within marketing itself in insights and category expansion. Also got the opportunity to move into revenue growth management or sales, which gave me a very holistic understanding across sales, marketing, and business operations. Currently, I'm leading insights and innovation for the India business.
That's amazing, and it's nice how everybody's wearing black, except for one man who thinks so differently. What is your name, sir?
My name is Vibhor. Thanks, Danish. My name is Vibhor. Hey, everyone. I'm a graduate of XLI Jamshedpur, batch of 2018, Business Management. I joined ABInBev about 6 years back. I was an intern, and during my summer internship, it was a supply chain domain internship, but we got to learn about various domains while we did that. I joined as a full-time employee, part of supply chain community through and through. I led logistics for the business up north in a brewery. Then I came essentially as the transportation head for the country, transformation lead for the country. And now in my current role, I'm heading the supply chain for Beyond Beer and the international business for the country here.
Wow, that's fantastic. And how about you?
Hi Danish. Hello everyone. I'm Gaurav.
Yeah.
I graduated from IIT Kharagpur a couple of years ago, where I majored in electronics and electrical communication engineering. I think one of the more critical decisions I had to make in college during placements was moving to a general management role, given I had a very technical background and considering that all of my peer group was moving into sort of technical roles. But I think the amazing way the trainee programs are structured, 2 years back, it's only been onwards and upwards from there.
To just hear the kind of journeys you'll have had, and for people watching, I was very fascinated with everything that you've been doing for the last 6 years. Is it normal in companies to grow this rapidly and quickly?
Not really in the industry, but with ABInBev, well, you get that kind of exposure where you're somebody chosen, taken a bet upon.
Yeah.
People, we like doing that.
Yeah.
And that's where people also get a chance to really showcase what they can really do. And we are not constraining anyone with any particular domain. I chose to stay with the supply chain community. I might move to some other function later, but the growth is totally dependent upon the employees that we have here.
Vamika, in the last 2 years that you've been here, what's your experience been like? What have you worked on?
It's honestly been a roller coaster. I think it started out in college, 2020, it was COVID, and ABInBev was the one company I wanted to work for. And the reason why that was is because it was the only company that didn't believe in compartmentalizing you based on the course you studied. At 18, you made a decision.
It doesn't seem like it. Yeah,
it really wasn't. Yeah. And then they put you through 12 months of rotational program across 3 functions, sales, supply, and marketing. And you're not just dipping your toes into the function, you're truly in the trenches. You understand how the cogs in the wheel come together to build a future with more cheers. And why that's really exciting is A, it gives you a holistic picture of the business, but as someone who's just starting their career, you also learn to redefine, unlearn, and relearn your own strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. So that was insane. And then when that period ended, then I got the opportunity to work on the Budweiser team, which is my dream, as the brand manager. So it's been a year of that, and it's been great.
Look, the one thing that I gather is all of you have had to dabble with many things within the organization, and you'll continue to do that. Now, usually when you're young, you're looking for someone to mentor you. How does that work here? I mean, are these decisions that you all have made yourselves, or are there people who mentor you to sort of grow and take a look at different things before you decide on one thing that you want to do?
It's actually a mix of both, is how I'll approach it. The first part of it is, even like for us, all of us, when we joined the company, we are relatively new. We didn't understand a lot of the business, the industry. However, at the same time, people take bet on us, give us that independence to take a project, take up a challenge and see it through. Take up the challenge, they give you the freedom of taking your own decisions. Yeah. Whilst at the same time, there are senior leadership, there are people around us who actually help you and guide you. If you don't know something, it's fine, go ahead and ask a question. So that's where the curiosity of the entire people around us come through. It's highly regarded that if you're asking questions, that's good.
Yeah.
Knowing nothing is not stupid, so ask more questions. Right. So that is, and people help you with answers, right? And that's where there is an ecosystem, not only about mentors, but around you as well, your peer group that helps you and ensures that, you know, whilst we are taking those decisions, we are not going very far from where we should be.
You know, companies talk about open door policies. This one doesn't have doors at all. Yeah, I just walk through your office. Let's just talk about this 100+ challenge now. You went to IIT. There are so many intelligent people there, and I'm sure there are so many people with so many ideas. How do they get together as a team and work on something?
I can speak from experience.
Please.
I was part of a lot of competitions such as this one during my undergraduate. And I think one of the best things about such a competition is that it allows you a chance to learn a lot along the way, even if you have no idea about how to approach this problem. I think just the mere fact that you put together a group of people that are interested in solving a critical problem, and then who can tell each other, we'll figure out how we're going to do it. But the first step is to get together a team and then try to solve the problem. And I think through the journey of arriving at a solution, however good it may be, you tend to pick up a lot of things, you tend to learn a lot about, for instance, the 100+ challenge. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot about the beverage industry in general, how to impart sustainability into how you do business.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of the best things you can do on campus as a student, primarily because it is one of the easiest ways to learn what it is that you want to do.
Vamika, it seems like a fun gig, right? But what you guys do is serious, right? Now, when there's something like a 100+ challenge, do people have fun with it, or do people look at it very seriously? You know what I mean? Like it's a tough spot, right? Because this seems like a really fun place to be at, but the work you all do is very serious.
Yeah.
So please, how do we look at it?
That's a great question, because starting out when I joined the marketing team, all my friends would call me up and be like, hey, that's a cool job and that's so much fun. And it is so much fun also. But there is a lot of polishing that goes into making something glitter and glow, and it's just the fun in the polishing and how you get to enjoy the kind of hard work and brunt work that goes into making something that is supposed to stand for fun and that is supposed to stand for cheers. So I think with that end goal in mind, the trickle down effect is that it innately becomes fun. But I won't lie and say it's all fun. There are really, really hard days where you have to go back to the drawing board, start from scratch, start again. But the good part is that there is no shame or embarrassment in doing that. Nobody here has any qualms about saying, hey, this is not working out. Let's go try again, and maybe something else will work out and work out even better. So I think it's that ideology that keeps you going, just working together as a team, knowing that you have people having your back and then dreaming big with that goal in mind. I think that's the way to approach anything within ABI as well as for people who want to join the company.
Let's get your take on the 100+ challenge. How do people go about it?
So this is a very interesting challenge where the entire basis is based on what we call sustainability, because that's the core of our business. That's how we connect our consumers, our communities, and our products and business. So that's the starting point, right? You look at the lens of ABInBev, our products. What are the products? What are the consumers whom we are interacting with? And what is the entire ecosystem around ABInBev as a company? And then when you look at that from a lens of sustainability and how can we impact each of these, that single idea, which is very, very different and has a USP in it. And then ultimately, at the end of the day, we must also realize that, as you mentioned before, we are doing serious business, right? So an idea really needs to make business sense for the company, so that we are willing to invest in and get substantial returns out of it as well. So looking from these three lenses really helps. Sustainability at the core of it, a big idea that is really, really different, and yes, it makes business sense for us.
One question for you all. If you have to name one thing that made you fall in love with ABI, what would it be for you?
I think for me it will be the people.
For me, the reason I joined the company was because of this idea of dreaming big. I think.
If you're a gamer who's watching this, I was playing this game, God of War Ragnarok, and in that there's a line that says, somewhere in fulfilling duty we forget dreams. And I think this is that sort of a place where you get to do your duty and dream as well. What's the one thing you fell in love with?
There's no one thing. There are many things.
Right.
But like I said, it's the values and the culture that...
Beautiful. All right. And how about you, buddy?
For me, it has to be the culture.
Yeah.
We have a culture of candor where everybody is very free to talk about what it is that they feel about you, what they feel about work.
Oh my God, we have another leader here. But this is what is beautiful, right? The fact that all of you are independent thinkers, all of you thrive doing that, and I guess for the people watching as well, if there's anything that you should get a cue from, it's these 4 wonderful young minds that we have over here. Take part in the 100+ challenge, and you could be here too, and you never know, you could give the 4 of them a run for their money and actually be the next president of this company. So participate now. Thank you, guys. All right, so we're nearly towards the end of this wonderful session that we've had, and it's lovely to see how all of you picked up different drinks so organically. How did that happen? Please, someone explain this to me.
We have a coterie of beverages. Everyone loves different choices. So yeah, happy that everyone has picked up what they really like.
Fantastic. And now we've also picked a few questions that the people have sent in, and the students have been very excited. On our server right here, we have like a live link of all the questions. So why don't you go ahead and ask them what they've sent in?
Sure. So the first question that I think we would want to pick is, why did a beer company decide to foray into Beyond Beer? And what are some of the new launches that you are the most proud of? Vineet, would you want to take it up?
Yeah, I'll take it up. Thanks for the question in the first place. I think, our company's mission is to spread more cheers. And of course, beers as a category spreads that beautifully, but so does a lot of other beverage categories as well. But primarily, why we chose in India to move outside beer into beverage space, because of two reasons. One, our consumers. Consumers are, not only foraying in beer, they want to try other beverages, whether in the world of energy drinks or in the alcoholic beverage space. And secondly is our brands. And our brands are finding so much love in the Indian consumers. They are wanting more and more. Our brand power or brand health is so strong in the market that people are wanting more from our brands. That inspired us. The consumers want it. Our brands have the power to do it. We have crafted some great propositions and liquids, and that kind of motivated us to do it. To the second question that is asked, which one is more favorite? I think it's difficult to pick one you really like, because we love all of them. They're amazing offerings. Very, very excited about the whiskey space that we have done with Budweiser Magnum whiskey. It's truly a unique product we have created. But at the same point of time, what excites me is also Budweiser Beats energy drink. That captures a lot of young India. That captures people who are looking for that energy in every single moment, and I think we have a great tasting product. But there are other slurry of products. It'll be unfair for me to pick one of the best. But I really look forward to all of you trying these products and giving us candid feedback on whether you like them or not.
Hey, young India sitting right there with Beats. There you go. Yeah. Is there a question for him as well? I see someone sent in a question. Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually. So Ashwin, a question to you. As the procurement and sustainability head, could you share with us what's new and exciting that's happening in ABI recently?
Good question.
There are many. So if I have to summarize and probably look at the top three, I'd put it in three buckets. One is the actions we are doing. One is how we are embedding it, and then how we are influencing the outer landscape. So when you look at actions, there is one example very close to where we are, which is our brewery in Karnataka itself right now, which is now hitting the mark of 90% electricity coming through renewable means. So this includes a mix of wind, solar, and all of those. So that's one thing. And then embedding and also actioning a mix of it, the Smart Barley program that we have in the northern part of the country, which is not just about selling seeds and buying back the produce from the farmer, but a literally year-round program in which we train the farmers, learn from them, and also help them grow the best quality crop. And then, of course, the influencing piece, where we actually look at the external world, not just talking about our own successes, but recognizing what the external landscape and sustainability champions outside are also doing. So that's a Sustainability 100+ platform we have with the CNBC group, and it's been running for 2 seasons. The 3rd season will come up very soon. So a mix of a lot of things, as you see, changing ourselves from within, trying to change the ecosystem and landscape outside, and then also recognizing the external champions in the space of sustainability.
Thank you for answering the question. I hope you're happy with the answer. We have more questions that have come in.
Yeah, Tanvi, I think I see a lot of questions coming regarding the PPI talent programs that we have at ABInBev. So everybody is interested to know how to get into an ABInBev. Could you just shed some light on what are the talent programs that we have? What kind of offerings do we have as a part of these talent programs?
Definitely.
To begin with, solve the 100+ challenge, you might just have like a foot in the door. Yeah.
That's the right cue, Danish.
That is right. Yeah, there you go. See.
Yeah. So first I'll just talk about which all talent programs we have. So one of our marquee talent programs is Global Management Trainee Program, wherein you get exposure to all the functions, global business units, and you really get to work directly with the leaders. And if you want to create a career in one particular function, we also have specific vertical talent programs. For example, if you want a career in sales, we have Sales Visionary Program. If you want a career in marketing, we have Marketing Visionary Program. If you want a career in supply chain, we have supply chain visionary program, and something we are now coming up very soon with is the tech visionary program. And what does one gain out of these talent programs is a lot of exposure to the leadership directly. Secondly, working across a lot of projects and a lot of functions. And most importantly, fast track growth, which is of course very meritocratic. And as Danish said, this is the first step which takes you closer to those talent programs.
Lovely.
Absolutely, like Tanvi said, you can build your career as a specialist or a generalist. It's totally up to you. But we are very, very excited to have some great minds like you join ABInBev. Let's do the next one. All right. So Kashish, I think a question for you here. How is ABI adapting to the latest industry trends and technological advancements to stay competitive in the market?
All right, thanks for the question first of all. If you look at the alcohol industry in general, it's very competitive, not just in India, but globally as well. And aside from being competitive, it's also very dynamic and aggressive. And as a result, what happens outside in the market is, if you look at all the players in the market, they're trying to be more innovative. And they're trying to truly harness the power of technology, digital transformation to, first of all, understand the need of the consumers and the customers, and then try to meet them.
Yeah.
At ABI, there's a very clear strategy for us. And if I just purely talk about technology, we have one pillar condensed around digitization. And not just only digitization, but how a digitized ecosystem can potentially extract value for the business, right? Here at ABI, we have these industry-leading platforms. We have tech accelerator programs. We go and study all the technology startups which come up with all these initiatives around blockchain, around AI, around digitization of customers, consumers, and our other stakeholders, right? So if I draw a parallel there in terms of how ABI is trying to play the digital card in the market, we have technology centers established in Tel Aviv in Israel, one in Silicon Valley and one in Bangalore. The whole idea behind these technology centers is to, first of all, evaluate what are the new emerging technologies, then exploit that area, pilot them, and then scale up. And one beautiful thing about ABI is we love to share best practices. So once we establish that this is a scalable solution which can travel, it literally traveled across all the business units. So we see some of these platforms and tools and technologies also make their way to India, and now we are trying to disrupt the market here.
Thank you so much for the answer, Kashish. I see a lot of questions coming in from all of you. We are sorry that we won't be able to answer all due to the paucity of time, but our team is also answering them parallelly. In case you have more questions, feel free to reach out to the leaders. You can always ping them on LinkedIn. You can reach out to our talent attraction team. You can reach out to the alums that you just connected with, and we would love to take your questions.
Thank you very much for tuning into this very special stream where we spoke about the 100+ challenge. As you see, my co-host Kritika has already left the building because a lot of good talent has already started participating and getting onto this whole bandwagon of trying to crack the 100+ challenge. She's going to find the best talent, left the worst of it, which is me. What do I do now? Now I'm sitting here, but of course I'm very excited to be back in this office on the 29th because we're going to get to meet you. You intelligent person, crack this and we'll see you here. And of course, remember, there is 10 lakhs worth of rewards waiting for you, and more importantly, a chance to work at this really, really cool office. So all the best, get cracking, and like my 65-year-old uncle says on good days, best wishes.